Good evening, Bobcat fans. We're here at Peden Stadium after the Ohio Bobcats defeat New Mexico State 51-24. History was made here tonight, Pat. Over 25,000 fans packed the stands tonight, and the Bobcats didn't disappoint.
Yeah, the fans came out in droves tonight, Mark, and like you said, the home team didn't disappoint. An offensive clinic tonight for your Ohio Bobcats. Tyler Tettleton, I mean, what else can you expect? Another serviceable night from him, to say the least. 257 yards and 2 touchdown passes in the air. Also drew the first 6-yard run to start things off, not even 4 minutes into the game. But how about Beau Blankenship setting a career best, 168 yards through the ground on just 27 carries. Do the math, Mark. That's 6.2 a pop, a pair of touchdowns for Beau on the night, including an impressive 33-yard run in the second quarter, and he helped put things away in that tremendous third quarter for Ohio. Punched one in from 5 yards out. And history wasn't only made in the stands, it was also made on the field. Matt Weller passes Kareem Wilson for most points in Ohio history. So, Mark, if you're a Bobcat fan, there's not a lot to nitpick tonight. Some pretty great things happened both in the field and on the stands.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Pat. Like you said, the crowd was electric, and the Bobcats didn't disappoint. Not only was the offense exciting, but the defense really stepped up. 4 sacks on the night. They put pressure on Andrew Manley after his 367-yard performance last week against Sacramento State. Only 132 yards through the air tonight for him. That's not really what they were hoping for, seeing as how they don't have much of a rushing game. Total yardage on the ground for the Aggies, 100 rushing yards. So when you figure Beau had 168 himself, you know, that's a pretty uneven balance there.
That's a pretty good ratio in favor of the Bobcats. And, Mark, we talked about this earlier this week. The main goal for this Ohio defense was to keep Andrew Manley, that super sophomore, and his top receiver, another sophomore, Austin Franklin, in check. Little hiccup with Franklin. He did break out for a 42-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Manley. But overall, only 5 receptions, 72 yards on the night for Franklin. He went over 230 a week ago against Sacramento State. So I'd say mission accomplished for this Ohio defense.
And really the name that jumps off the page here on defense tonight is Nate Carpenter, who in the third quarter busted out a 22-yard interception return for a touchdown. A beautiful play right there on defense for him. And Pat, it was the third quarter that really turned into be the difference maker in tonight's ballgame.
That's right, Mark. At halftime, I don't think Frank Solich was too pleased with his team. It was a close ball game, 21-14 in favor of Ohio. New Mexico State, the Aggies, were still within striking distance, but the third quarter is what set things apart for Ohio, outscoring the Aggies 24-10. And like you said, Nate Carpenter's 22-yard pick six. He jumped the out route. It was really a bang-bang textbook play. And to add salt to the wound, if you're an Aggies fan, before the third quarter was over, Tyler Tettleton, 40 yards to Landon Smith. From that point, it was call off the dogs, put Darius Vick in, get him some reps at the backup quarterback, put Desmond Patterson in at running back. Only 3 quarters were needed from the Ohio starters tonight, and certainly a serviceable effort from them.
Once again, your final score here from Peden Stadium, 51-24. The Bobcats get it done, improved to 2-0 to start the 2012 season. That's exactly what the Bobcat faithful wanted to see here to start the season. And next on the agenda, Marshall.
And Marshall, of course, Mark, will be a tougher test. In the post-game press conference, Coach Solich said his team wasn't perfect tonight, but just like against Penn State, they were good enough to win. That's something to hang your hat on. Maybe a couple things to work on for the Bobcats. Special teams. They should shore up that area. They did allow a 91-yard kick return tonight, but no harm done. Of course, they still won this game handily. And maybe also create some more turnovers. Only 1 turnover forced tonight by the Ohio defense, but Mark, as we said before, it was a big one. Nate Carpenter, pick 6, pay dirt. Not a bad night overall to be a Bobcat fan.
Not at all. And like we said, over 25,000 fans got to witness the Bobcats' home opener tonight. No disappointments across the board. Until next week, we'll see you guys at the Marshall game.